Oh, we didn't have an intro.
Yeah, we did.
I was gonna hit that button. Hold on a second. The proof of work intro.
Don't you have it?
I don't have. No, I don't have it.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It's no biggie.
I do have this intro. Hold on. This is kind of an intro.
Yeah.
Here you go. All right. Well, it's kind of an intro. I mean, I've got to get the one
better than nothing.
I've got to get the one that we made for you, and then I will own it because Nick Diamond, producer extraordinaire. Oh, dude, you're making me FOMO over pizza. Oh,
yeah, sorry. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's so good. Happy Bitcoin Pizza Day. Oh, it's delish. Yeah, like one of the things I made it like Sicilian style, and like one of the things I do is I get this like the best vegan butter that there is in the market, and I just slather the pan down. So when you eat it, it's just like the hint of that butter is in the dough. Oh, dude.
Oh, what else do you have on it?
So I put olives, and I made this thing called sofritas, and it's like tofu with chipotles with like all these herbs and spices, and Chipotle made it, and I used to buy it from them all the time and waste like $20 and be like, I can make this myself, and now I make like 2 pounds of it for like $10. I just took like some of that and just sprinkled it on top, and yeah, it was good. I actually made it with some pasta the other night. It was like really, really good. I was like, damn, that's some good stuff.
So we're celebrating Bitcoin Pizza Day.
Oh,
and you are doing it. You're doing it vegan style, if I'm not mistaken.
There's my Randy man. There's my macho
man. You're Randy man.
my macho man, Randy Savage.
And you're doing it vegan, correct? You're doing a vegan.
Yeah, I've been a vegan now for a bit, almost 10 years, I think. I was a vegetarian before, but I got this disease, and then I stopped eating all the animal products, and my flare-ups went from about like 1 a month to maybe like 3 or 4 a year.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, so that's
phenomenal.
A huge difference. Like instead of like being in pain, like massive amounts of pain where I'm out for 2 or 3 days every month, that happens maybe 2 or 3 times a year. So it's a huge difference.
Here's the feeling good, man.
Yeah, seriously. And yeah, this isn't even alcoholic beer. This is some non-alcoholic beer. It's like I found out that they don't suck now, and
those are really good. The Athletic Brewing Company.
Yes, I was very impressed. My buddy who just moved to Bend got me into them, and this is their lightest one, and it's like still pretty hoppy. Yeah, it's called the Golden something. Yeah, Upside Dawn. It's pretty dang good. But yeah, let's just thank our sponsors real quick before I forget. Quantum Expeditions, Quantum Economics, the folks at Shieldfolio, and also Deorganized Media. Boom. I think I got everyone in there.
I think you did.
But let's go over to the first page that we have pulled up, and let's get started. Yeah.
Let's go.
So I drew this chart about 4 or 5 days ago because I kept seeing these bull flags like print, and I'm like, here's another, and I circled them all on this chart, and I was like, okay, I think it's going to just do it again, and it did. And we are in rare right now. I haven't pulled up TradingView literally probably in a few hours. What are you at? 110?
Well, just over 111 now. It's right there. It's chopping about 111, 110.9.
I have it pulled up. Let me switch to this page real quick. Let's go to where we at? I think that is it.
All right, let's do.
Where'd it go? I just hit refresh. But this isn't the chart you want to look at. So this is a 12-month chart, and it looks very over extended if you look like a 12-month chart.
Wow.
Yeah. However, if we zoom in a lot, we're going to start with a 3-month chart. And then we're going to actually just zoom into a 1-month chart because I just wanted to just give it some reference. And we're going to go to the 1-month chart right now. And, ooh, again, it looks like we're printing another bull flag here. But I would like to see it come back down again to the, back to the median there. And
what is the median? I'm going to try to make it a little bit larger if I can. But can you? There we go.
Yeah. Do you want me to zoom in?
Yeah.
Or you got it.
I just made it larger, but can you zoom in a little bit more?
Yeah, I will. Let me see if I can get it all the way. So, like, it looks like support is here, like the worst of the worst would be here, right? Like 81. But if we zoom to like a 1-week chart, it looks way even crazier. So let's just go to week chart and you can see it, right? But we would need it to come back down and maybe go up and down, maybe a few more times in this channel. But it looks like, yeah, exactly, to form this crazy. And if we zoom out we go to a wider perspective, like a 6-month chart, I mean, it looks crazy. It's just like green candle after green candle after green candle. So all these people that were like, even the people that were bearish back, like even in like, the end of 2024 or going into 2024, it's not been the case. Like Bitcoin doesn't care. It's going to keep performing. But like I said, we really want to look at, okay, I didn't have the Tether one up. This is USD, so that's why it's a little different. I do like to look at the Tether one, even though it's going to probably be almost exact. I prefer to have this one pulled up from Binance because, Binance, most people don't realize. They're like, why do you like that? Because Binance is moving like, somewhere between 50 to $100 billion in volume a day. So they are like the market makers, in my opinion, when it comes to this chart, right? But again, let's look at, let's just look at a daily chart real quick. And you can see this daily chart is just very taking these really nice steps up. So I think we're going higher. I think we're going to just hover around these numbers between like a 111 and 108. Could it go lower? I did see some support at 101, 100-ish. And then it looks like if it got real bad, it would be in those 80 range. But I don't see that happening. I see that as a very small probability.
Oh, come on, Gareth.
Yeah, let's get to that one,
Gareth.
I actually, since you brought it up, let's go to that tweet because we did warn him about that, and I'm pretty sure. Let's see, did I have that? Oh, maybe I didn't. Oh, I can't find it. Darn.
But he wasn't the only one, though, man. There were lots of folks out there, and then some folks who have been pretty accurate with some of their calls were thinking we're going to make a return to the 80s. Now, I'm willing to bet, and I've been pretty strong vocal about this. I think that the days of sub 100 are gone. We've had almost 13 days straight now where we have been trading consistently above 100K. I think that the ship has sailed. You're not going to get sub 100. Maybe if there's a black swan, something like that. But I think those days are probably gone, friend.
Yeah. So again, we'll show why I agree with you. Like it's probably the lowest it's going to get is like 99, right? Maybe once or twice because
if you catch
Bitcoin. Yeah, it's Bitcoin and the wicks. That's the one thing when you're looking at these charts, you got to really zoom into some of those wicks. Sometimes those upper wicks, they might go like really far. And that's usually the line in the sand where the buyers and the sellers like are really, you know, there's an equal wave on both sides. But one of the reasons, like I said, oh shoot, I thought I had this. Oh, here, it's this one. One of the reasons I think that we're just going to keep going up is this right here. And this is literally the spot inflows. And so the beginning of May starts like right in, where is it? It's one of these. Here, it's right here. And look how much money came in on that day.
Can you zoom in a little more?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, more. Zoom. Keep zooming. There we go.
Is that good?
Yeah. That's right. What I want to see. There we go.
So 422 million on this day, right? 675 million on this day.
Well,
so we're already
zoom out just a little bit.
You got it. So we're already
zoom out. There you go.
Yeah, we're already at over $1 billion, right? And this is the first. This is the second. Here's the fifth. Not much money came in. It looks like on the third or the fourth, but on the fifth, another $420 million. So we're at almost 5 billion. Come over to here. Here's another 142 million. So there's 1.5 billion. Here's the next big green candle. We're at 1.6 billion. Come to this one, 1.9.
This is all just this month. This is look at the dates.
All this month. Hold on, let me finish. Literally, this is all this month. So we were at almost 2 billion. So let's say we're at 2.3 right now, roughly 2.5. Then look at these massive ones right here. Almost another 700 million. So that's we'll say 3.1 billion. Another 300 million on this day. So almost 5 billion. And then on this day, another $600 million. So we're talking about literally like $4 or $5 billion that even hasn't been bought yet, right? This is just Coinbase is taking the cash and they're sitting it, right? They're sitting it. And then, like I said, at the end of the 30-day cycle, they scoop up all the Bitcoin for the ETFs. And if the OTC desks are out, it's looking like that's becoming the case, is what I'm really starting to believe. And you have to realize that chart, when it comes to this chart, let's go to the ETFs. Share this one. Assets, inflows and outflows. I mean, let's just go again to the bottom here. Look how much.
That's a great graphic right there.
Look how much BlackRock's ETF has. Dude, that's a lot of Bitcoin.
They are gobbling it up.
Yes. And again, the amount, right? So if we go to there is one Bitcoin exchange balance. Now, we've discussed this many times, and people falsely report this every day. Even my friend, who I just told her this number is wrong, and she's like, huh? And I'm like, yeah, literally, it's not right, because they were conflating the two numbers. Now, I haven't looked at this number in a minute, but this is how much supposedly they have, all the major exchanges have on their, that's, I guess you would say, this is their liquid supply. And that says 2.158. And again, to me, that does not sound accurate. Especially when there's somewhere between, I don't know how many thousands of these are for the ETF, right? And again, maybe they started separating those numbers out. That would be great, but I don't know. I really need to dig a little bit deeper on this. I wish I would have today. I apologize. But again, they're saying they have like almost 700,000. And I don't know, man. I don't know. I need to do some research.
All right.
But again, all the charts, the hash rate, again, that looks juicy. I mean, look at this hash rate chart. Boom. Literally, we're at 900 and some exahashes. Everything is humming along, and most of the planet doesn't know what Bitcoin P today is still.
I was just speaking with John over there at Lunar Crush, right? And we were talking just about some of the social metrics. Even, you know, what they're seeing there, and even just like the Google trends, like retail is not in this. This is not being driven by retail FOMOing in here. The searches, the queries, it's all down. It's not even trending. So this is definitely something not driven by retail yet.
No.
And I would be willing to say it might not ever be driven by retail again, because I think we're going to start seeing some unit bias here, and they're going to start going, well, 112,000 is too much for Joe Schmidlap, right?
I mean, this is totally true.
This is an institution bull run, man.
We've already started seeing that with, you know, pump.fun. And if you just go to CoinMarketCap, I mean, let's just pull it up for fun. And see how many there are. Oh my gosh. So here it is right here. 15.89 million. Yeah. So wow. Before pump.fun, there was like, I don't know, like 30,000. And now there's 15.8.
Yeah, but I mean, come on, let's be honest. A lot of that is not even real liquidity on pump.fun, right?
Agreed. But
it's fake liquidity.
It's just annoying because it dilutes all of this power. And pardon me, that's what's taking so long. But
a little pizza on pizza day.
No, it is good pizza. If we look at this chart, let me pull up this chart. I mean, look at this. This is a massive, you know, like this right here. It's going to go back down a little bit, but at some point it wants to do what it just did. Like, where was it? When I made that chart a couple weeks ago, it was well below, what was it, 2. There was like 2 point whatever, 9 or something like that, somewhere in here. I forget where it was. Wait, how long is, oh, this is a 30-day. Let's look at it 1 year. That's what I want to look. But yeah, where it was back here, I was like, dude, it's about to take off. And it went boop, boop, boop. And literally it's going to go sideways again. I don't know how long. If it's a week, 2 weeks. I'm thinking, like I was stating earlier, that we have like, what is that, close to $5 billion coming in from the spot ETF. And when Coinbase starts scooping that Bitcoin up for all those ETFs to put in cold storage, I'm pretty sure we're going to just go to 120 or 150, and nothing anyone can do about it at that point. I mean, there's always going to be sellers, but I think a lot of the liquidation was like right at these numbers. But then the bears come in, right? You have to realize after a number, there's like a line in the sand. The bears, sometimes they'll take a break, which they did the other day. But like 111, they're like, oh, let's put all these shorts. But there was that guy who increased his long position to almost $1 billion long position. It's like, what is this guy doing? He's crazy.
Yeah, I saw that.
I mean, that's just like, careful, bro, because Bitcoin doesn't care. It'll wreck the longs. It'll wreck the shorts. It likes to just destroy people when they like to gamble on Bitcoin. I mean, it's just the way it is. That's why Binance and, you know, all those exchanges, Coinbase, etc. They love having those futures and perpetuals because it brings in like millions and millions of dollars every like minute for them. And they're like, sure, gamble on Bitcoin. We don't care. And every time you see these people online doing it, you have to realize it's like a 90-10 split. 90% of the people saying they're doing this and they're like mega successful at it are lying. There's like maybe 1 in 100, 1 or 2 in 100 that are good at it. And that's because they've been doing it for so long, but then they also have no life and they literally have the darkest circles under their eyes.
Hey, well, I know people like that.
And again, that's, you start to lose your mind and pull out your hair. And day trading's, you know, day traders are like the meth heads of like the investment world.
That's one way to put it. I don't know.
No offense. If that's your gig, Godspeed.
I know some folks who I respect who are day traders. I don't know if they're meth heads though.
Well, again, they, you know, they have that vibe because they're always like, like they, you know, I gotta go. Like my buddy at work who told me he degened in the sold meme coins. I was like, don't do it. And then the other day he comes back. I was like, he's like, I lost everything. I was like, I told you not to do it, bro. Like, I try and teach people, but he didn't want to listen. And that's what happens. You lose all your money and then you hate the space again. And that's what he did.
It happens.
Oh, well. But he thought he could outsnipe the snipers, right? Like, there's people that do this professionally with like bot programs and AI plus bot programs. And I'm like, dude, you're fighting, you're fighting a losing battle. I was like, just pick a coin, stack it on the dips, and then when it pumps to the high heavens, then you sell it and you're good. And he, you know, again, hodling is a superpower. I don't care if it's Bitcoin or a utility coin, an S coin, an S meme coin. I don't care. If you find something and there is a market cap, let it, you know, it can't be like nothing because nothing's going to happen if it's nothing. And nobody, you know, not everyone and their grandmoms talked about it on the social media yet. Then you might have a winner and you build up a position, maybe talk about it a little bit here and there. And if it goes to your target, boom, you win. But again, most people are like, when it gets into the red too much, they panic. And it's like crypto. Stuff can go down like 80% and then go up like 10,000%. Like Bitcoin is the only one that's going to go up millions of percent and keep doing that because now everyone wants it, right? Like, just look at what happened this week, right? We got Texas is now on the board with a Bitcoin strategic reserve, and they don't have capital gains tax anymore.
Wait. They what?
So a couple days before the Bitcoin bill was voted on and Governor Abbott signed that on Sunday, he signed a bill repealing cap gains tax in Texas.
Wow. Okay, I missed that. I don't remember seeing that come across my radar.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a video of it. Yeah, it was great, dude. I was like, what? I was like, Texas. Probably not, but it's going to make some people move there.
Wow.
And let's not forget, Missouri just did that. And all these states are going to do it. And why they're going to do it? Because they want people who have investments and money to come to their state and buy a house and spend money in their economy and boom, make that microeconomy grow. And in Oregon, just the other day, May 7th, Governor Kotek signed a bill. I should have that one right up here, I'm pretty sure. Let me find that one. There we go. Boom. Boom.
There you go. Yeah, look at that.
That's huge. This pretty much allows all businesses in Oregon, come holler. It's recognizing Bitcoin as collateral. What does that mean? Oh, that means you can have Bitcoin and borrow against it, right? That means Bitcoin is money, right? Like we've been saying for a long, long time on this show. And let me get back to, there was one other one. Oh yeah, Panama. Here's Panama. Introduces bill for citizens to allow citizens to buy, sell, and accept Bitcoin freely anywhere in the country. So the global game theory is upon us, y'all.
It's really unfolding as we speak. I mean, it's
yeah, every minute of every day. And the why some of these states are moving so quickly is because they get it. Right? Like they understand that if we just sit on our hands like la-di-da, la-di-da, like the last 4 years, we're going to be run over because somebody's going to take the hash power and go somewhere else, right? Where they're inviting, right? And Texas became that state. We know that. And other states are now starting to do it too. Like I said, we just saw Oregon is like, hey, yeah, we're open for business. Let's do the corn thing. Because they heard, Arizona, and they heard about the other states passing these bills. And like I said, Texas, boom, I was right there is number 3. I'll call out the other ones that are coming: Kentucky, Virginia, New York, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, California, I think is going to be one of the late holdouts. Hawaii, I bet you Hawaii's before California, and Hawaii banned it right in 2018 until like 2020 something. So again, we're in a part of a timeline that we didn't think would come this quickly, right? Everything is moving at an accelerated rate in the Bitcoin universe, and we're hitting new all-time highs, like pretty much on Bitcoin Pizza Day. It's like, what? This is amazing stuff. Let me go back to my bookmark. Oh, here it is over here. Because I have some other ones that I wanted to share. Let me pull this one, go one back. Oh yeah. Oh, that's funny. Oh wait, where did it go? Oh, was it under here? Sorry, let me check. Oh, I just lost it. Dagnabbit. Oh, that's why it's here. So this is a big news as well. Most people aren't talking about this story. So Jan 3 has had this Visa card now for, I don't know, maybe 6 or 7 months, I think. I don't know if it was the beginning of the new year or right before the new year. They started testing it like in, El Salvador and all these markets where they had already had the thumbs up. But they just got the green light to test it. Guess where? Oh, the US of A. So that was my tweet, to them saying, hey, I would love to test that. Hey, Aqua. Yeah, I would love to test your Visa debit card that attaches to your Aqua Lightning wallet. Dope. Let's see, I have something else here. And this one was from oh yeah, this guy. So let's pull this guy up and let's take a watch.
In the coming days, we are going to have a seismic bond market collapse in the United States of America. The fixed income market's going to go to zero, and there is going to be a Pigs Nation style-like event. Earlier today, on the heels of, all this mixed messaging, we're seeing overseas in Japan, for example, the yen carry trade unravel, which basically fuels all the debt here in the United States. This is why gold and silver and real estate prices, of course, have been soaring in recent years. This is going to cascade into a massive pig nation style like collapse in the United States very, very soon. I have information from a lot of sources, and again, I'm dialed into this, guys. This is why I told you to buy Bitcoin all these years and to get your money into a private bank, into a physical asset like what we built here at the Digital Noah's Ark, because I always knew that this event would come. And now major billionaires, Jamie Dimon admitted today that he's going to allow his clients and his highest net worth customers, including hedge funds and private equity, to buy Bitcoin at his firm, which is a signal of what he knows. He knows that the US dollar is not only dead, but that the elites are grossly resetting the system into a new hyperinflated event in a digital currency reset, which will culminate in what we've been talking about for a very long time, a US equivalent stable coin that will be backed by cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, and other reserve tokens. This is something that Donald Trump has been working on full force, and I believe that this is going to happen this week. So let me explain. You remember in 2008 and 09 when all the major financial institutions ran out of liquidity. So it was full-blown bank runs. It was like AIDS infecting the entire financial system. There was panic, and we had congressmen warn of martial law. Those were all very significant events, and then we saw a massive collapse in the United States. I actually think that that's going to happen again, but much worse, a little different, and I'm going to explain what's different about it. As the U.S. debt market now implodes, this is a sovereignty collapse. This is where the rest of the world has been selling all of our treasury debt because it's now been downgraded to trash. Moody's, the last of the three major ratings agency, just downgraded U.S. government debt because the debt is so enormous, even with what Donald Trump has been trying to do and Elon Musk have been trying to do with Doggy, they can't stop the avalanche. So I want you to understand that the information I'm revealing to you now is a triggering event for an avalanche of debt that must be reset. This is going to cause a systemic panic in the United States of America. It will be the most terrible.
So I think he's being a little overly dramatic.
You think he might be, Gerald? I don't know.
Especially because things have changed, right? Like, is he not paying attention that there's multiple states that are literally going to buy Bitcoin? New Hampshire, right? Arizona is going to do it budget neutral. It looks like I called the Governor Kotek's office right the other day to tell her, I was like, hey, I'm talking, here's my idea. It's called the Bitcoin Mining Authority. We go around from county to county, finding wasted energy, building energy projects that could never be built because we built it using ASIC miners, right? We use proof of work model, and this changes everything, right? So this is happening across the globe, right? And clearly he understands that you should hold this asset, but he doesn't understand that this asset is good. There's going to be Bitcoin bonds, right? We're going to talk about the United States buying spot Bitcoin, and then us actually having Bitcoin bonds, just like El Salvador's doing. And then people are going to want to buy our bonds again. So I think he's being very dramatic because our trajectory has taken a totally different turn. Like I said, we're talking about states legalizing Bitcoin as money and like hodling it on the balance sheet. Like, hello, are you paying attention, bro? Did you miss all this news? Are you just out on your yacht a little too much in the sun? Just saying.
Right. Yeah. Stay safe, stack sats, hodl, man.
Yeah. And do I think the bond markets and the equity markets have problems? Oh, heck yes. But I think the crypto markets become the refuge, right? Like Bitcoin, like I've always said, this is the, it is the, oh, geez, I just lost my train of thought. The, it's the lighthouse. There we go. It's the lighthouse in the foggy harbor. And this is just a fact. Every time the markets get murky, people seek refuge in Bitcoin and other cryptos as well. You know, there's, again, you cannot deny that there's other proof of work models that do work. But the other markets, they have, you know, rules, regulations. They have a whole bunch of accredited investor rules where a whole bunch of the world can't even play in these markets because they don't meet the requirements, right? And then there's even higher level markets. You know, if you're watching The Big Short, to play in those markets, you have to have your ISDA license, and to get an ISDA license, you got to have like a couple $2 billion in liquid capital to have that license. So the crypto markets are open to everybody, and there's over like close to $125 trillion in the equities markets globally. And a lot of that money, as we saw from that little clip from the CEO of UBS last week, her customers want to get into Bitcoin and crypto. Over 5%. That's a lot of money. Even if 5 or 10% of 125 trillion comes our direction, wow, look out.
That's a lot, man.
That's a lot of money. For sure.
It is. What else you got for us?
Let's see. You know what? Let's take a look at the bubble map and see what's crack-a-lacking. Boom. Wow. So as you can see a whole bunch of things popping off here. We got Wild here, or WorldCoin. Sorry, not Wild. There used to be a coin called Wilder World. This is WorldCoin. It's up 28%. Zcash is up 15, Injected Protocols up 14, Hype 18. So we can see the markets are starting again to, let's look at a monthly or weekly one. You can see everything is starting to suck up money. Let's look at a monthly one. Yeah. So, and I don't hodl whiff anymore, but look, whiff's up almost 140%. Pengu's at like 120%. And usually you'll see this before Bitcoin makes its move. You'll see a couple rando altcoins jump and then like pull back. And when they pull back, that's like people that were like whales in those S coins are like, I'm taking some profits and I'm either, you know, taking Tether or I'm taking, you know, some Bitcoin. And now we're in the Bitcoin. It looks like, you know, a lot of these people are starting to take Bitcoin as well. Not retail. Like I think retail, like you said, the searches are flat because people know what it is, but they think they can't participate. And, you know, that's silly. You know, as people have been in this space for a long time, like me and you, you know, there's that guy, I think his name's Rego, right? He did a $30 dollar cost average for like, I think it was 7 years. And now he's a millionaire, right? So stacking sats and DCAing, it works, right? I tell people that's how I've built up any position that I'm building up. I see a red candle, I buy some more of this S coin if it is doing this, right? Like that's the first thing you know, I usually don't talk about tips for S coin investing, but it looks like that season's coming. I'm just saying. Bitcoin's going to go to its 150, 200 and then pull back. And when it pulls back, it's happened every season. But now's the time, right? Because Bitcoin's going to keep sucking, you know, its dominance is going to keep growing. And then when is it going to fall back? I don't know. Maybe it doesn't, right? Like I said, that's a possibility. Its dominance could keep growing and the altcoin market keep growing. But if it grows to like, you know, 3+ trillion market cap, everything else is like teeny, right? The coolest thing that I did some number crunching was once Bitcoin gets to 200K, it's like literally the second largest asset by market cap. Oh, let's pull that up. That's fun. Assets by market cap. Oh, look at that. Number 5. Ooh, and look at that chart, man. Look at that chart. That chart is kicking everything else's butt. I'm sorry. Get that ad out of there. Oh, of course, I get that out of there, and another ad pops up. But look at that chart on Bitcoin, man. And this is the type of chart, like this kind of angle right here. It's going higher. It's going to go sideways and then go higher. That's what it means. But yeah, it 200K, it's like 3.8 trillion roughly market cap. So it will become bigger than Microsoft at that point. Boom, 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 boom. Look out, Bill, look out. We're coming for you too. Look, we just passed Amazon and Google, bro. And they're like, what's going on? What's going on? You've not been paying attention for the last 15 years, bro. Oh, did another ad come up? Dag nabbit. Go away, ad. Thank you. But yeah, past both of these, past silver, Saudi Aramco. Look at that. Oh, look at that. Meta, Tesla, number 5. Oh, so good. So good. So you said you had your Bitcoin pizza the other day?
Yeah, I did. I did have some pizza the other day. Yeah,
nice.
I was well good.
I take it. Did you celebrate with some drinky poos or cigars yesterday?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
You just went outside and just did your video and said, "Smells like price discovery."
That's right. You know me, man. That was it.
Nice, brother. Nice.
Yeah.
Let's see what else we got going on here. Let's see. Oh yeah, I did want to take a look at this one more time. Let's just take a look at boom. And I always tell people, like, when you see these charts, they're nice, they're good charts, but always do that, right? If you want to be serious about learning how to chart. So these right here, right? So one of the things I tell people, when you see these, they're called spinning dojis. This is one, this is one, this is one here, this is one, this one here, this wick, like again, this tells you everything, right? This is the line in the sand right here, right? 111 and, you know, oh, what is it? Almost close to 112, right? But that's very bullish. This spinning green doji is very, very bullish, especially because it's behind already a big red candle. So we've already relieved some selling, you know, some sellers were out there, and obviously people were eager to buy that up, and they're already starting to buy it back up. And this wick is going not to the top of the last wick we looked at, but it is right pretty darn close. So again, I think we are, you know, and this is a daily chart. Let's zoom out to a 7-day chart. Yeah, I think we're going to come back down a little bit, right? And, sorry, I didn't mean to switch to the monthly chart. Let's zoom in a little bit. I think we're going to pull back down a little bit over here and then go back up. But let's look at a monthly chart. Yeah, this was the bull flag we just had form, and then boom, boom, boom. So we do want to see some pullback if we want to go up higher and, you know, look at that yearly chart. But here's another green spinning doji, right? And that led to this enormous candle right here, right? Which was just from May 4th, and then more, and then more. And this is amazing right here. And then if we look at it all the way, zoom out, it's, again, think about when we were in here, right? We were back here. Right? This is 2018. And then all the way down to this bottom here. Whoo, hoo, hoo, hoo. Boop, boop. Is this the top? I don't know. I think we get, like I said, we go down one more time and then we go up. But we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, we will see.
What do you think, bro?
Yeah, I think it's just a crazy time that we're living in, and exciting to be a part of it. And we're witnessing history right now. You know, there's a lot going on. So yeah, we'll have to see.
Fingers crossed, right?
Yeah. No kidding. No kidding.
But like I said, all signs point to the ETF inflows are massive this month, and I think we see another massive green candle or two the first week of June. That's my guess.
All right.
So that's all I got for you today. Happy Bitcoin Pizza Day. I want to thank my co-host, MattySats.
Yeah, man, thanks for making it happen. Thanks for accommodating my personal problems.
Oh, yeah, no worries. And he's also not only co-hosting, but he's, doing the producing today. So thank you for sitting in for Nick, because Nick had to take care of something. And we appreciate Matt for wearing the extra hat today. And let's thank our sponsors, Quantum Economics, Quantum Expeditions, Shieldfolio, and the team at The Organized Media, and all the people that have shows on Bitcoin Live Network. Thank you so much, and take care. Peace out.
All right. Later, man.